Hey guys, it's Covert Crow. Today we're going to talk about a key watch in my digital collection, and I only have two. One being the Casio F91W, a staple in the digital watch world, especially at that affordable value of $10. And the second one we're going to talk about is the one I have here today. It is the Seiko G757-4010. So this is more of the dress style of the digital watch that 007 wore in Octopussy. And his model was the 5020, which was the Sport 100 model of the 757. So what we'll do is we'll get into the case, we'll get into the dial, the complication, the movement, the bracelet and strap and clasp, as well as the overall value. As a wow moment for today, I'm wearing the Omega Speedmaster Professional, a true icon in watchmaking, on the original bracelet. She's a beauty. But what we're here to talk about today is the Seiko G757. Why don't we go get the white gloves on and get a bird's eye view. Okay, so here we have the Seiko G757-4010, produced in the, I believe, early to mid 80s. I purchased this watch because I was very fond of James Bond, and I grew up watching him from an early age. Matter of fact, my first James Bond film was with Roger Moore, who played 007, and that was The Spy Who Loved Me. So, getting into the Seiko G757, we are looking at a stainless steel and aluminum bezel. The case is 33.5 millimeters. The lug width is 21 millimeters. The lug to lug is a reasonable 38 millimeters. And the thickness, as you can see, it's very slender. We're looking at 10.3 millimeters. It has the stainless steel case as well as the strap or bracelet. The pushers on both sides of the case represent the mode and functionality of the watch, and I would consider it a tool style digital watch based on the number of complications it has. So if we go left to right, starting over on the left, top left, we have the light complication. Down below we have the mode setting, bottom left, which changes the mode in this top right window here, allowing you to have a number of different complications. And then on the right side, the top right button represents the start stop for the chronograph and the selection button, which allows you to select designated functions. Down below, bottom right, has the lap and reset for your chronograph or stopwatch, as well as the set function whenever you want to set time or change different things with regards to the digital display. The case has a water resistance, however, I have been unable to find out what the exact water resistance is, but based on the functionality of this digital watch and some of the water resistance I've seen with previous Seiko models, I would anticipate it's probably a very slim 30 to 50 millimeters, or meters, water resistance. But there is no designation other than the fact that it is stamped on the back to be water resistant, but I just can't find any information to give me an accurate number. If anyone knows that water resistance, if you could just comment down below, that'd be fantastic. Going over the dial, we have a digital display, as well as you can see a counter in the top left of analog design. This timer or analog subdial allows you to monitor the seconds as they rotate around. There is also an analog dual time that appears in that top analog section as well as one of the complications for this watch. It does have the digital readout, obviously, at the bottom. The complications for this particular timepiece involve actually telling the time, but a countdown timer, a personal alarm, a dual time zone setting, as well as a stopwatch or chronograph. The movement is a Japanese quartz movement. The bracelet is a very sleek stainless steel, smooth, and almost a mini link style of system. And it is tapered from the 21 millimeters at the lug down to a 14.5 millimeter at the clasp. It has a very simple and easy to use quick released adjustment. This portion of the clasp here can be opened, and then this slides up and down this portion of the bracelet, and thus the clasp folds over, hooking on to that little bar inside and snapping down. Now, to show you just a little bit of the functionality there, as you can see top right where we have the index for the different modes, if we hit the mode button at the bottom left, we will go to the timer setting. Quite simply, if you select the timer or hit the set button bottom right, that'll show you that the minutes will start to show up top here, and you can see in the analog dial that there's one hash mark representing 1 minute that's been selected. If we hit start, you'll notice that it will start the countdown timer, and once that gets all the way down to 0, it will make a very simple beep sound. Not too elaborate and not too long, so obviously you need to be paying attention or you may miss it. If we go down one more to the alarm setting, you have the ability to set the alarm as well using that same analog clock up top. If we go to the dual time, you will see that the analog clock now represents the dual time. So it's almost 1 o'clock, and I have the dual time zone set for LA time, so it's almost 10 o'clock. And the seconds hand is also moving around the clock, as you can see, in sequence with the same digital time showing below. And if we go to the stopwatch, oh, there you go. So the countdown timer just beeped, letting us know that 1 minute had expired. In the meantime, I have the stopwatch setting up for you. And basically, if we hit the top button, we can start the chronograph, and you can see it running quite accurately, stop it, and then reset as well, and go back to the original time. And there it is on the wrist, and my wrist is just under 7¼ inches, but as you can see, it fits fine, and it looks very sleek and classy in design. Matter of fact, I am wearing a long sleeve shirt today, and I can give you an example of how it does show under the cuff. There we go. Very nice. Just slide that cuff back, have a look, and then you can go about your business. So there you go, gang. That's the Seiko G757-4010. A nice, sleek, classy looking digital timepiece that can be used for a number of different occasions. So for me, that's my time. Thank you very much. Like, comment, leave me something down below, and don't forget to hit that bell icon because there's always more content coming. This is the Covert Crow. Be well, be safe. Ciao.